What's good, YouTube? Yashari here, back with another video. We're back in The Alchemist. This book got mad gems. It has a gem every couple pages. Like that's wicked to me. Like, this is a great book. If you haven't read it, read it. I can only tell you my interpretation of the book, but you gotta go back and read it for yourself. Get your own interpretation. Create your own story. How you relate to Santiago. The last video talked about Santiago finding his purpose. He went to the gypsy to explain to her how about his dreams. His dreams being that he needed to go to Egypt. And he went to the gypsy to find out how he gonna get to Egypt, give him directions. But the gypsy said she basically can't help him. Only the creator can give you directions on how to fulfill your purpose. Because the creator gave you a purpose. Um, he's now Santiago. He's back in the city. He's looking around. He's in the marketplace, watching people. He's reading this book. He's sitting down on the bench reading this book, and this old man comes up to him. And Santiago thinks he's homeless. And while Santiago, he's sitting on this bench, he's reading. As I said before, he's reading, and the old man asked him for wine. He said he gave the old man some wine, and the old man started asking him more questions. Essentially, he just wants to talk to Santiago. Essentially, just want to talk to Santiago. And the old man gets to looking at his book, at Santiago's book. He's looking at it, and it looks familiar. And he mentions that it's probably like all the other books in the world. Well, it is like all the other books in the world. And I'm gonna read this quote. It says, "It's a book that says the same thing about almost all other books in the world say," continued the old man. "It describes people's inability to choose their own personal legends. And it ends up saying that everyone believes the greatest lie, the world's greatest lie." It says, it describes people's inability to choose their own personal legends. Okay, once you find your purpose, now you have to make a choice. Do you want to walk in the path of God, or do you just want to walk aimlessly? Because you know your purpose, but it's up to you if you want to fulfill that purpose. Because your purpose is going to bring you fulfillment. Fulfillment is bringing you happiness. So it's up to you. It's up to Santiago if he wants to choose, if he wants to walk in the path of God. He said, "What's the world's greatest lie?" The boy asked, completely surprised. It says, "It's this, that at a certain point in our lives, we lose control of what's happening to us, and our lives become controlled by fate." That's the world's greatest lie. Like I said before, life is all about choices. It says, a certain point in our lives, we lose control of what's happening. We think at a certain point in our lives, we lose control of what's happened to us. Everything, the way we live our lives is based off our choices. And the choices we make has consequences. Whether some consequences, whether they're going to be consequences, or are they going to benefit you in the long run? It's all up to you. Um, it's all up to you. Like, everything happens to us for a reason, and most of the time we have a choice of what happens. So it's up to us to walk in the path of God and trust Him. That's what it really is. Trusting the process, trusting in the Creator, that they giving you the right directions in order to fulfill your life's purpose. That's really what it's about. He says, "That's the world's greatest lie." He said, "That's never happened to me," said the boy. "They wanted me to be a priest, but I decided to become a shepherd. I decided to become a shepherd." He found out what his purpose was, and he decided to walk in the path of God, path of the Creator, path of the divine. That's essentially what it is. We decide. Are you going to decide to walk in the path of God, to live your life of fulfillment, to be happy? It's up to you. Like I said, this is going to be a short video. It's short and sweet, but it's very powerful. We have to make the decisions to become the greatest versions of ourselves. It all comes down to that. Making the decision to become the greatest version of yourself. That's all it is. Life is simple, but it's complex. But it's up to you. We have to make great decisions. Not all of them going to be great. but we have to put ourselves in the greatest position to win at all times. At all times, putting ourselves in the best position to win in all areas of life, physically, financially, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. We're not putting ourselves in positions where we don't have our long-term health in our best interests. That's all it is. So the question is, are you making the decisions to become the greatest version of yourself? Are you making a choice to walk in the path of the Creator, the path the Creator set out for you? It's all up to you. I want you to ask yourself that. I'm asking myself that every day. When I decide to get off track, I, I make the decision consciously. Then I think about it. No, that's not the way to go. That's not the way to go. Essentially, man, life is about making choices. The choice is yours if you want to reach eternal happiness. The choice is yours. So that's the end of the video, man. Like, comment, share on the video, and continue with me on the journey to becoming the best version of yourself, so I can become the best version of myself. Cause I'm gonna do that anyway. But you're watching this video to essentially be inspired, I would think, and to listen, to watch, to hear about my interpretation of Santiago's journey, man. Because Santiago's journey is essentially your journey. We are Santiago. So that's the end of the video, man. Peace.